Hi Libra, welcome to your October 2020 Tarot Scope with me, Raphael from Reydiant Reality. It's an absolute pleasure to have you. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for joining me. If you haven't already, please don't forget to like, share, and if you should so choose and it resonates, hit that subscribe button. If you are already a continued subby, you know I love you for it. With that said, if you would like to book a personal reading with me, you can do so on the website addressed below. And before we start, as always, I would like to bless my decks of cards with all forms of love, light, peace, prosperity, and abundance. And I pray that the messages that come through are ultimately clear and concise, and they help you on your path to your highest vibrational good. So let's have a look, see what the month ahead has in store for you, Libra. For your actions and options with the world, actions and interactions with the world at large. This month you have the Five of Pentacles, right? So this month, there's a couple of things that come to mind with this. The first one is it's really important that you don't allow yourself to get sucked into that lack mindset. Remember, your actions and interactions is about you. It's about what you do. So the first thing is, it's really important that you keep your mental alignment this month when it comes to finances. This is not a month for you to say, I don't have the money. Like, it's okay to be in that situation and to have that experience, but don't keep sending that message or that broadcast out. First thing. Second, this month you want to be really careful with your physical person. The Five of Cups can sometimes foretell a time where you have an accident that kind of forces you not to be able to work, or maybe you fall ill and therefore you can't work. So this is something that you want to be really careful of. Slips, trips, falls, all of that kind of stuff. We're coming into cold and flu season now, and especially in this year, you start sniffling. Or I remember I had a hay fever. I have allergies really, really bad. I suffer with them literally throughout the year. And at moments where I was, sneezing and blowing my nose out in public, people were like, it's like, complete death stare. And it's like, no, just allergies, I promise. Just look after yourself. This is a month for you to be really cautious of your physical health, because this card can sometimes say that you're out of pocket due to an illness, or sometimes as simple as a broken bone. Just be really, really careful with your physical being this month. For your money and materials, you have the Hierophant card. This is not a good month to apply for funding, financing. This is not a month where if you absolutely have to, then obviously do. But if I'm not a financial advisor, disclaimer, I can't give you that kind of advice. But the energy with the Hierophant card next to the Five of Pentacles, on the wider world stage, we're very likely to see some sort of big hit to the stock market. This could be maybe governments declare that they're not going to be able to give, I think in America it was a second stimulus check, something along those lines. The finances this month could be very, very rocky. And the fact that you have the Hierophant card here in your money and materials, and it's next to the Five of Pentacles, your finances could be it's probably the thing you want to keep an eye on most this month. No big purchases unless they absolutely need, obviously if your car breaks down and you rely on your car for literally everything, you have to get a new car. If, I don't know, like for me, if the internet went down tomorrow, I would have a big problem, because that's how I work. I would have to find a quick alternative, and I would have to pay whatever it is to get that back up and running. Obviously, if it's linked to your livelihood, please do what you must. But if there are any big purchases that you can absolutely avoid this month, avoid. Now, when it comes to the bigger institutions, it looks like a lot of you may be experiencing some sort of big shake-up when it comes to your work, the institution that you're tied to, or the local government or authority that you are linked to in some way, shape or form. When it comes to your personal health, the Hierophant card tends to be the bigger institution. So, things that, like the Emperor would be the schools, the universities, the hospitals. The Hierophant card would be whatever governs those. it's like a governing body of some sort. So it's really important that you look after that aspect of yourself this month. You know, if you have to get a second opinion, please go ahead and get one. When it comes to your home and environment, it looks like your home, or the structure to the home, there's something taking place around you, but not necessarily with you, if that makes sense. You know, sometimes, you know, like when you see something happen in front of you, it doesn't actually touch you, but you're still a bit like, whoa, okay, that's a bit crazy. I kind of feel like that's going to be the energy you'll be working with this month. So just be very, very cautious. For your communications and conversations, you have the Devil card. This specific signature, that, gosh, I don't even know where to start, but no, I do know where to start. Okay, this month we could very well see the fall of a prominent politician. Doesn't necessarily have to be, it could be an illness, it could be something that comes out about them that is, you know, very, very inflammatory. And it's funny because it comes up in your cards. I mean, Libra is one of the signs of, you know, legality, justice, all of the rest of it. So it's interesting that it comes up here for you guys. That's one part of this on the wider world stage. I know an interruption when I'm seeing one, and that's definitely an interruption. Some form of politician, person in power, maybe somebody that is in charge of something, maybe a treasurer or something of those lines. There's going to be a fall of a prominent figure this month. And I'll be intrigued to see who it is and what it relates to, but I do feel like it will have something to do with money and finances. Your Devil card is your communications, and it's next to the Hierophant card. This was going to be a time where you may be going up against somebody that is in a position of power. You may be clashing with somebody that's in a position of power. You might be experiencing what feels like some really unfair treatment, and you might think to yourself, you know what, I've got no leg to stand on here. What am I going to do? Stick with the facts, deal with those, and act. You know, don't allow yourself to feel trapped is, I think, the best thing that I could say to you. But yeah, when it comes to your communications this month, really do think about picking your battles. This could be a very tumultuous month for you. For your love and relations, you have the Two of Pentacles. So for those of you that are partnered, long-term commitment, I mean, it's right next to the Two of Pentacles. Finances do appear to be a bit of a bugbear for you this month, Libra. For those of you that are partnered, married, long-term commitment, this could be one of you losing a job, maybe losing a contract if you work for yourself. This could also be that you guys are starting to look at what your options actually are with what you have, and maybe you are somewhere coming up short. It looks like you're doing whatever you can to make sure that, you know, that you address whatever the imbalances are, but it does feel like this month is going to be either a little bit tight, or it's going to have some financial surprises, so to speak. Okay, let's have a look at your weeks of the month to clarify. For your first week of the month, you have the Sun card, right? So whatever this is, you know, if you go over on an ankle, you think, oh crap, I've broken my foot, you get to the hospital, it's just a sprain. Do you see what I mean? The Sun card tends to lighten whatever it is. You know, if you get a cold, you could just find out, oh, it's literally just a seasonal flu, you know, 7 days later, actually I'm fine. That kind of thing. Now, when it comes to what I was talking about with this lack mindset, whatever financial troubles or issues arise for you this month, you will make your way through them. Remember, the Sun card lightens everything that it touches when it's got challenging cards all around it, and it enhances whatever blessings come through. So, you know, for the most part, I think you're actually going to be all right. Your second week of the month, you have the Magician card right underneath the Hierophant. I am seeing an application here. Now, it's funny because usually when you make applications for funding, or, you know, for finances or some sort of big contract or a mortgage or anything like that, you know, you usually just get a flat out yes or no. This month I kind of feel like it's going to be more of a maybe energy. There's not going to be a conclusive answer, and I kind of feel like you're going to be like, okay, well, you know, is it a yes, is it a no, where do we stand on this, especially if there's something to do with a sale. I just don't feel like you're going to be getting a definite answer this month, which in the long run may actually serve you better. So just something to think about. For your third week of the month, you have the World card. This is definitely, there's something happening on the wider world stage with a powerful person, and it has something to do with finances, money, possibly banking, possibly government. But we're going to see this play out, and when it does, I would appreciate it if you put it in the comments, or, you know, post it on my Instagram or Facebook, whichever one. I love it when you guys give me those validations, because it's like, okay, cool, that's what I was seeing, that's how it kind of played out. On a personal level, sorry, this is you literally clashing with either an institution, i.e. not even the school, this could be the governing body, this could be a local authority that you're having a problem or a challenge with, it could be a bigger company that you're having an issue with. And like I said, at first, certainly throughout this month, there's going to be an element of, wow, you know what, this is really stacked against me, but you have to continue with it. In the long run, I really do feel that you'll be successful, but certainly in the here and now, it's going to look like whoever it is that you're battling has kind of come out on top. That's not the case in the long run. Remember the Sun card. And then finally, for your love and relations, you've got the Fool card. So this is all right. I mean, there's some pretty, I mean, they're all powerful cards, really, to be fair. And it does appear to be a bit of an intense month for you guys, but I actually definitely, I really believe that you're actually going to be able to make it through this. And I think on the other side of it, not only will you be stronger and wiser, but you'll be a lot more accomplished in dealing with things kind of head on. This whole idea of Libra kind of mediating and always being on the fence, that's coming to a close now. And this month is going to kind of force you to get out of that mindset. So it's interesting to see. The other thing with the Fool card, for those of you that are partnered, whatever it is that you are working on rectifying financially with the partner, it kind of suggests that you're going to end up having to go in a completely new direction. If not, maybe you guys are having to move to a completely different place. On another level, for those of you that are single, I kind of feel like this is going to be a month where you're very focused on getting yourself to a good point, and it's kind of like whoever it is that comes in is either not at the same, and this isn't about, you know, who's at a bigger level or whatever, but whoever it's somebody that's either not going to be on your level, or they're not ready for whatever it is that you are ready for. So it's kind of like there'll be suitors this month, there'll be potentials, but none of them seem to have you know, certainly not in the here and now, none of them seem to have the right mindset, let's say. And then finally, one person that is coming in, for those of you that are single this month, could very well mean something to you at a later date, but it's going to be much further down the line, as in 2 years from now. Your key to the month is the Two of Swords, right? So listen to your intuition this month. Like I said, you are going to have to make what looks like some interesting decisions, and it does look like for a lot of you, you're having to really feel it out. So it's kind of, you're just going to have to, it's going to be one of those months where wait and see is going to literally be your mantra. You're just going to be like, you know what, I'll just have to wait and see how it comes about. All right, with that said, I wish you an abundance of all of that good stuff. Have a fantastic week, month, as best as you possibly can. Take care, and I'll see you soon.